All right, let's get the ball rolling. Um, it is Monday evening. Have a look what the time is. It's about 7 o'clock on the 28th of February 2022. I have been diagnosed with atrial fibrillation back on the 26th of December, just gone, so day after Christmas. Merry Christmas. And I've had no joy since then from cardiologists. It's been a battle, it's been a scary battle, and now I'm taking matters into my own hands. So, this video, I'm going to show you what tools I use. So, first and foremost, I got this thing. It's one of those things they stick on your finger at the doctors in the hospital to measure your heart rate and oxygen intake. That's the first item I bought, and it's been a tremendous help. It comes with an app, so it sends a signal Bluetooth uh, to my tablet, and it comes with a squiggly line and everything. It draws up charts. It shows my heartbeat as it's working, and that in itself has helped me out a great deal to understand what is going on in my chest. So it's a nice bit of tool, as you can see. It's helped me to understand what I'm feeling and what my heart does at the time. Now, of course, this is very crude. Uh, it's not really an ECG. It's more measuring the heart pulse rather than the electrical output. If you want a proper ECG, well, I've got that too. Um, so the Oxy heart rate meter, my wife found for me online. You can buy them at the chemist as well, but it's much cheaper getting them offline, online. So I've been using that for just about a month. Misbeat. I'm so used to that now. So I decided that I wanted to see the proper heart functions and a proper ECG. So I asked my wife once again, because she's just a wizard looking up for things on the internet. That's not my thing. So she looked on the internet and she goes, oh, I asked her, can you find an ECG machine like X Hospital or second hand, third hand, fourth hand? I don't care, some defunct thing that you can get. And she goes, online, she goes, well, you can get a brand new one for the price of a cell phone, for a price of a baseline cell phone. So the phone I'm using at the moment for a webcam, this machine was about the same price as that. So this machine I'm talking about is this, and it's an ECG machine. So you can take measurements of more than one way. So you can do a manual measurement. It's got electrode. If you want to do a manual measurement, as the book will show, is you hold your finger like this and you press that on your naked chest, 5 centimeters under your nipple. You then press that play button. It first does a diagnostic, make sure it's receiving the signal. It does a countdown timer, and then it does an ECG. And it prints out a proper ECG report amongst all the other things, because it comes with software that you plug into your PC. So it comes with a little mini disc, and you put that software in your computer, and it spits out a report. Now, if you don't want to do it manually, you can plug in cables. It comes with that too. And you get the stickers where the cables connect to. So my wife has just ordered me 100. I've got about 20 odd down here, and I've been taking some measurements. And I can tell you right now what's going on in my chest, not my imagination. So now that I've got all the tools, I'm starting to understand what's going on in there. When I first got the machine, was around the same time as I started my new medication, and so I did, before I took the new medication, I had stopped all my medicine for a week. That's a story that will be in another video. I'll leave the link in the description. I stopped my medication for a week because that medication I was on just wasn't working and the side effects were just too much. So I stopped my medication. So I was on no medication whatsoever, unmedicated, while I got this heart problem. Now, I ran the risk of the same thing happening again, what happened to me on December 26th, which is when my heart went AWOL and it shot up to a heart rate of 185 beats per minute. So, but I still had a medication in the house. So if that happened, my mindset was just take the medication when that happens. I felt much better off the medication than I was on the medication. So I thought, and this machine arrived, and I thought, I'm going to take some baseline tests to see what my heart is doing before I take the medication. So I took a couple of readings, like first thing in the morning when I woke up, after breakfast, after mowing the front lawn. That was good. After I'd calmed down, lunch, so on, so on, so on. Just baseline test. Then the next day I took the medication and I went through the same rigmarole again, and just to see if there was a difference. And slowly but surely, every day I'm going to take a reading to see what my heart is doing and to see where it's going, what the problems are. Now, the software is very intuitive. The software hunts down any irregularities. So it's already picked up a fuck ton of problems to do with this atrial fibrillation. So it's not in my head. I went for a nap for 2 hours and I got a sea of red in the report of my heart doing all sorts of funky things. Now, I know it's doing funky things. I can feel that. I've had to put up with that for 20 years. So I know it's doing shit. It's not in my head. I know that. I've been in this body for 54 years. I know what's right and what's not. So this is absolutely wonderful. So it prints out proper ECG reports. So we're gonna have fun. So I'm gonna unplug from this thing right now. So I'll turn that off. There's the camera. I'll turn this off. Actually, blood oxygen saturation at 99. That's the best it's been for weeks. And we're going to hook the ECG up. Here we go. Be warned, you might see a bare chest. So, stickers like to put on you in the hospital. I got a book that shows you where to put them, because the book comes with this, comes with a full guide. So, excuse me while I sorry, I'm not the fattest person in the world, so if you see some bones, it's perfectly normal. So people in hospital will be going, is you putting that in the right place? Near enough's good enough. You see the red marks where they've been previously, because I'm allergic to wearing anything, you know, these stickers, they just leave red marks on me, so I can more or less see where they were before. Right. Here we take the magic cables. They're color coded. They've also got letters on them. Red, yellow and green. I've done this more than once, so I know exactly where they're supposed to be. The biggest problem you'll have with this is untangling every time you undo it. The green one down here. Cool. Put my t-shirt back on because you poor bastards don't want to see this. I apologise profusely for you having to see that. Alright, end of the cable. Plugs into the unit. Turn the unit on. Screen comes on. And then you push the play button. It starts taking a reading. It's going to love this because I can feel my heart doing all sorts of shit. And now it's reading. So the beeping you hear is it reading. And it's going to love this. So that's what it's doing at the moment. It's just reading, and it'll read for about 20 hours if I let it, if not more. It's 1300 minutes recording time. So that'll beep away and do its reading, and it spits out a proper cardio report. So I'll post that on for you too. I'm a bit more rigid now because I have to stay absolutely still, otherwise it'll affect the reading. So I'm going to let this run, and I'll fast forward or skip to the report. That was a misbeat. It's going to love this. I'm feeling my heart doing what this machine calls short beats. That's why I hooked it up, because I could feel my heart doing shit. So in the short time that I ran that machine, it picked up 2 anomalies. Just in that little time. And I felt those when they happened. I feel those every day, all day, every day. So we were only running for, what, a minute? A couple of minutes maybe? And already it's picking stuff up. And that's my heart. It does that all day, every day, and much worse. Much worse. So now that I've got this equipment, I can start to see what's going on. And this is proper ECG. So it spits out a report like this. And so as you can see, it's a proper ECG chart. It tells me that it found 2 events, and then it highlights those events. So that was just in the short time that I showed you that machine running. So you can imagine when I go for a nap for 2 hours what it looks like. Well, here is what it looks like. And that's just the report page. But apparently all that's my imagination. So that's what I'm doing now, and if a cardiologist ever comes to see me, I'm going to take all the irrelevant information out of this software and I'm going to dump it in front of his face. I said, okay, explain this to me. Give me a plan moving forward to the future. I want to live a normal life doing the normal things. I mean, my father is 79 years old. He's got a pacemaker and he can run rings around me at the moment. Fix this problem. So that's my argument at the moment. So, lovely tools. If you want medical equipment, go online. You'll be surprised. You can buy these systems, like I said, for the price of a baseline cell phone. That finger oxy thing was 50 New Zealand dollars, and that was including shipping. And that has helped me out a great deal already. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Every day is very, very exciting for me now. I'm starting to see stuff that, because normally you go to the doctor, they take a short printout. No, it's nothing wrong with you, send you home. That's all they see. Where I got this machine, I can leave it running for 20 hours if I want. And I'll show him some stuff. I mean, if you can see this in 2 hours, imagine what 20 hours does. So I'm getting more information than what the cardiologists have from me at the moment. So watch this space. So for the next week, and a couple of weeks maybe, since I'm on this Medicare, I should turn this thing on because I can feel it doing stuff. Over the next couple of weeks, I'll be doing tests every day just to see what's going on, because I want to know what the medication is doing to me. And I'm just going to delete what's in there because I've already uploaded it into the computer. Marvelous bit of machinery. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this is me at the moment. So you'll be very surprised what you can buy online. You can buy ultrasound units. I mean, seriously. So if you have one of those units at home, and they're not really that expensive considering what it is. You people probably pay more for your cell phones than I do for mine, and these ultrasound units are about the price of a top line cell phone. And then you got an ultrasound. The things you could do with an ultrasound. I mean, if you think you've broken a bone, take an ultrasound reading and have a look and see if we have broken a bone. I can look and see what my heart's doing because I know that I've got a murmur as well. My heart valves don't close all the way. That's yet another problem I have. So there is some backwash. So there is that going on now, the atrial fibrillation that's going on, and all the other stuff. It's for me, it's a very exciting time. So seeing this on the screen has actually eased my mind more than just feeling it in my chest because now I can see what it's doing. So very exciting for me. Probably not for you, but it is for me. And so you can buy these units. So if you suspect you have a heart problem and you spend lots of money on the cell phones, just buy one of these. This will be nothing for you, and everything you need. And you can buy, like my wife went to online to find if she could buy these stickers, and she picked up 100 of these for under $20. So why wouldn't you? And if I went to it cost me to get an ECG when they first diagnosed me, when I went to the medical centre first, before they called an ambulance to go in the hospital. For them to do the ECG, it cost me $150. Where I can do this at home now. Yeah, I could show. Next time there's something going on, I'll leave this attached and I'll look. This is what's happening. You don't need to hook up your machine. I've done it for you. So, still haven't heard from a cardiologist. So it's look at that. It's been 2 months now. Yeah, 2 months and not a cardiologist in sight. And that's just the world as it is today. With this COVID thing going around, you're not going to get anything of anything else. My brother is in a state at the moment. He's got cancer on his face, and I'm not looking at him either. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, there are more important things out there. People are dying, and not because of this fucking pandemic. People are dying because of regular things like this, and things that my brother is going through. So I'm more than just a little bit pissed off in the medical world, and they're panicking about something that is almost not panic worthy. So anyway, that was my final upshot. That's it. If you want to see me do more experiments on myself, stay tuned because I'm going to be uploading on a regular basis. Yeah, that's me. If you actually ended up watching this, thank you very much. If you want to see more, just subscribe if you want to. I do have other channels, nothing on this level. If you want to know what my other channels are, I can tell you. But yeah, that's me at the moment. So that's doctors are useless, so you got to do it yourself. Now, I've been an industrial first aider for many a year, so I know how to patch holes and things like that, so why not learn about the heart? And you'll be surprised what you can find out online to teach yourself. So there you go. So when I said I was going to turn the unit back on because I could feel shit happening in my chest, I did that. So I stopped the video because my wife said dinner was ready. But while I was doing editing, I left the machine running while I quietly was doing, putting this video together. And this is what it spat out after that. So we got suspected a little slow beat. Well, that's what my heart does. It does this more than the increased beat. I'm taking medication. The medication is supposed to keep my heart rate down, but my heart rate is pretty slow as it is when I'm totally at rest. It hovers around the 50 beats per minute. So it also came up with 93 cases of little slow beat. It came up with 20 short beats. It says suspected because it doesn't want to diagnose. It just, we suspected this for this, but that's what it is. So what I call misbeats, it called short beat intervals, and it detected 20 of those in the short time I had that thing running. Plus irregular beats, it picked up 7 events. So that's just in the little time that I spent just getting this. While I was still talking to you, the machine started recording, and this is what I came up with that short amount of time. Definitely not my imagination. So I'm. This is a great bit of software. I love it immensely. Like, this is just a report page, but it gives all the readings on another page, and several charts it draws up, like what your heart rate does, and so forth. It just all the information you need it prints out. It's like the software isn't that robust. I mean, I could run this software on my Windows XP computer, which I have two of sitting here in this room. It looks like it's from that era. I think I can even run it on Windows 98 by the looks. So it's the software is not that robust. I mean, it came on a mini disk. So for something as cheap as this to be so invaluable to me at the moment, I think is bloody impressive. And the fact that you can pick this up for a couple of $100 and you're all set, ready to go. So watch out, Mr. Cardiologist, because you got mayhem coming your way. So thank you for watching once again, and I'll catch you in the next video.